Alright, hello. This is actually the second time I'm recording this because I just recorded the entire first video all the way through only to realize I did not have my mic connected, so it's always fun. Anyways, yeah, so this is me giving a demonstration of this app that I've been working on for about a month or so, calling it Chord Lab. As you can see, it still says beta here, so this is probably pretty rough around the edges still. There's probably a bunch of bugs. Yeah, so the idea, like what it is it's an app to help specifically guitar players who are trying to get better at chord tone soloing, so it's very niche. Yeah, so chord tone soloing is when you're trying to improvise over a chord progression and you are actually trying to target the individual notes in the chord that's happening at the moment. So that requires you to probably know like a decent amount of music theory, as well as like just being very comfortable on the fretboard itself, like knowing where to locate the notes in the chord. So that's pretty hard, at least for me it is. So I wanted to I wanted an app to be able to visualize the chord tones as they were happening, because you can kind of like pre-plan it, you can kind of like sketch it out beforehand, but it'd be nice to have like a real-time sort of feedback on that. And so the way the app works is it has a built-in looper. So if you've ever used a looper pedal, you record like different layers and you can play them back all at the same time over each other. And so there's a looper here, and the first layer is special. I call it the rhythm layer. So the idea for the first recording, the first layer, is you actually play your chord progression. So I'm gonna play something right now. Just gonna play a simple chord progression. It's actually the one from Knocking on Heaven's Door by Bob Dylan, to kind of demonstrate. So this is the first step. This is supposed to be the first step, like actually record the rhythm layer. Okay, cool. Alright, so I'm not actually sure if the guitar, like if this recording, if me playing it back, if you're gonna hear this over the video. But yeah, you can basically play it back. This is going to loop. Once it reaches the end, it'll start over. You can kind of visualize the data here, like the actual audio data. So you can kind of see where the chords kind of start and end. And yeah, so once you have this this rhythm layer, the idea is you have to come in and label the different sections of the layer, like label the sections where the chords are happening. So you can click into this box up here, and you can just manually sort of label the different sections in this way, like manually adjusting the starting and end points, which is kind of annoying. This is originally the only option there was, until I realized how kind of like you have to listen to it, and you kind of have to like fiddle with the like the starting and ending points and like adjust it very finely sometimes. So in order to make that process just a little easier, this isn't perfect yet, but it's definitely easier, I think. You can use this label start button. So if I play this back, I can listen for where the chords. Oops. I think there's a bug here. Okay, not great. Let me try that again. I can listen for where the chords are starting and ending. Cool. Like I said, this isn't perfect. I pretty much have to slide all these back. It might make it so that when you start doing that, when you click start and then you click end, it'll automatically end and start a new chord label, but it might also be kind of annoying, I'm not sure. Yeah, so I know I have a D or a G, D, A minor, G, D, C major. Cool. And the idea is once you have your rhythm layer and your chords labeled, you can basically visualize whatever part of the fretboard you want. So let's just assume we were going to try to improvise with a G major pentatonic scale. So we can select the notes of that scale for a particular position, in this case, first position, and you can play your layers back, and you can actually visualize the chord tones. So the frets that are solidly colored here, those are like the current chord tones. The frets that are blinking, like the borders are blinking, those are the chord tones in the next chord. So like the blinking A here would have been the fifth of the next chord. And you can also visualize specific chord tones if you want. Just the roots, just the thirds, etc. And as I mentioned, you can record multiple layers, up to 10 maximum. The rhythm layer, the rhythm layer could be max 30 seconds. All of the following layers can be smaller, but their maximum is whatever the maximum or whatever the rhythm layer's length is. So any subsequent layer cannot be longer than the rhythm layer. So keep that in mind. Also, you can delete layers. If you delete the rhythm layer, that will delete all the layers as well as the chord labels. So keep that in mind as well. And yeah, that's kind of the idea. You improvise with this tool, and maybe it'll, hopefully it can help you to get better at detecting where those chord tones are. I'm not actually going to try to improvise here because I'm not very good at it, hence the app. Oh, and another thing is you can save your loops. This is a paid feature currently, so you got to sign in or sign up and actually subscribe. It's a $5 per month thing. And if you do that, you can save your layers. Go over here, and you have access to them forever. So that's pretty cool. And also, there's a settings page here. Once you sign up, if you want to cancel your plan, you could go in here or update your payment information or anything like that. And if you have any issues, you can reach out to this email address right here. And yeah, that's kind of the idea. Hopefully the app is useful to you guys if you use it. If you do use it, I would appreciate any feedback you could leave at this Google form right here. And yeah, that's pretty much it.